4-H Canada announced major staff and programming cuts following pulled government funding. Real Ag Radio's Lindsay Smith joins us now with an update. Now, for those not familiar, what is 4-H? What does it look like there in Canada?
Right. 4-H, of course, is the Learn to Do by Doing. This is a youth leadership group. It's similar to the FFA in the States, and of course, many will be familiar with 4-H. But this is a group that very much, is focused on cattle, pork, sheep, goat clubs that teach kids how to show animals and teach them leadership and speaking and all sorts of great things. And of course, this is an organization that depends very heavily on government funding, but they did receive word halfway through this year's fiscal budget that they would not be receiving the money they expected.
Wow, yeah, no, that is huge, because I know here in America, 4-H is a very well-liked and very involved with our youth. So how big was that budget cut?
Yeah, so it's similar here as well, and the organization was expecting twice what it ended up getting. So the budget cut was half of what was asked for. The federal government at this point has not explained, exactly why they chose to cut the budget by half, but it did mean that the organization has had to cut 7 full staff members, and it will impact programming going forward.
Wow, yeah, I was going to ask you if they gave a reason why, but let's talk about the reaction from those in the 4-H community.
Right, and that we are still waiting to find out why. We do have several comments from 4-H Canada, of course, explaining that, they understand that during the pandemic, some budgets were increased, and so they knew that there might be some adjustments to the budget. But realistically, they didn't get a clear answer on why this decision was made by the federal government. But 4-H Canada says it's focused on finding alternative partnerships and funding partnerships as it continues to offer programming. But this is a major blow to the operations. And these are also 3-year funding models. So 4-H is already well into the first year of that 3 years. So this is definitely going to be a long-term challenge for the organization.
Oh, it really is. Well, maybe some private folks can step up and help out in the interim. That was Real Ag Radio's Lindsay Smith. Appreciate your time, and hate to hear that news. That's Real Ag Radio's update. It's brought to you by Heads Up Plant Protectants. You can go to headsupst.com for information on their product line. And you can catch Real Ag Radio. It airs at 4:30 p.m. Eastern weekdays on Rural Radio, Channel 147 on Sirius XM. And we'll talk to them again on Monday on Market Day Report.